Hello and welcome. My name's Sam and this is the Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today. And thank you for joining me for our first in this week's stamp set of the week card. Racing By is our stamp set. It's this little beauty here, ideal for a young or old male card, I feel. As usual, I have stamped out all the images, even with this little smudge here. My little feline friend decided to, after a wet pour down, she needed to come and give her seal of approval, so do excuse it, but it does say way to go. There are 12 stamps in total, so you've got one car and two body colours. You've got Racing By to say happy birthday, two types of wheels, one person, a trophy, you've got the winning flag and rosette, and you've got this. So either a birthday card or a congratulations, you've passed your driving test, or good luck in your driving test, or anything like that. Perfect stamp set for it. So let's pop that aside. So as I say, this is our card that we're going to create this morning, and I will bring in the supplies. So we have got gorgeous grape measuring 8 by 5 3/4, which we will fold and score in a moment. We have a piece of Summer Splash, not Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash. I'm still getting used to the names. Two pieces, also that measures 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Then we have two pieces, one for inside the card and one outside the card, and this measures 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. And I have a piece of scrap. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to score our gorgeous grape at the 4-inch mark, and I'm going to use my scoring tool. Let's bring that up. So I'm going to pop that on, and then we're going to score it at the 4-inch mark. Straight down. Okay, that's that sorted. That can then be folded and burnished. Just stretch across and grab my bottom folder. Okay, so the next thing to do is to add our Summer Splash, but I'm actually going to racing ahead there too quickly. I'm actually going to do our focal point first. So as I say, there is one body in the stamp set, which is this one here. And what I'm going to do is I want them fairly lined up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my car as straight as I can next to this thick line here. Then I'm going to take my stamp, my block, and I'm going to measure this side of the block along here. And then I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3 down, and I've picked it up. So when I come to stamping my car, I know that I can just pop my car down and it's level with that side of the card base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one quite high up the top, one very low down the bottom, leaving enough room in the middle so that we can get the little man's head in and the sentiment underneath. So let's do that first of all. So we're going to stamp that up in the Pebble Path, my go-to colour for outlines. I'm just going to tap that gently onto there, and then line that up by the side. And I'm happy with that, so that can go, give it a bit of space. Let's go there. So that's one. Perfect. Then I'm going to tap it up again. I'm going to bring this down. And I'm going to pop him up there. Line it up as best I can. And then just pop it down. Okay. And then the next one I'm going to do is the one in the middle. Okay, so lining it up, going to bring it slightly down towards the bottom card so I can get your man's head in, or your lady's, whichever. Push that down, and there we go. So we now have our 3 lined up. So the next thing to do is to colour in our car. So I'm going to use the Summer Splash for the top and the bottom, and I'm going to use the star one, which is this one here. I'm going to grab myself a block. Here we go. Now, instead of just popping it down here and stamping it like I normally would, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to, excuse me, put this over my car, just so I'm happy that I haven't stretched the cling in any way, or the photopolymer. Right, so I'm happy with that. So now I can put my block down, stamp that in the Summer Splash. Just going to try it over here on the right hand side. You can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So again, tap it up, and then I'm going to hover over my car. What I don't want to do is get it on the wheels, and I'm just going to paste it down. Okay, there's one. Then I'm going to do exactly the same with the top one. Bring it down so I can get to it. I'm not stretching across. And make sure it is, I'm happy where it's positioning. And then straight down. There we go. So there's the 2 in that colour. And then I've got the other one, which is the flashy flame kind of outline. It always reminds me, my grandson is very into cars, and it always reminds me of that. So now I'm going to stamp this one up in the Gorgeous Grape. So again, stamp that. Yep, give that a good inking up, and then I'm hovering over, and down we go, and there he is. Now I've got a piece of scrap, so I'm actually going to stamp that out again. So the grey body, piece of paper, down, and I'm going to go over the top with the, oh, look at that, that wasn't good, was it? That's gotta realise that before I put that down onto my piece. I would have been very upset. Okay, so we've cleaned that. And we're going to bring in the Gorgeous Grape again. Okay, and we're going to bring him in. Oh, right, let's go over. Down. There he goes. Now we need to fill in the wheels. So I've got, as I say, 2 wheels types. So I'm going to take the starry one for the top and the bottom, and I'm going to stamp that up in Gorgeous Grape. Do you know, I'm just going to close this pebble path just in case. There we go. Okay, so let's get that up to there, and we can place over the wheels. One, two, and then up the top. 1 and 2. Perfect. And now I'm going to get another block and bring in the wheel that's got the dot in the middle, and that I'm going to stamp up in the Summer Splash. It's a bit of a squeeze at the moment because I haven't used it that often. So let's tap that gently. Yep. And then I'm going to go over the top. 1. And do the same again with that one. And before I put the Summer Splash away, we are going to take the little head of the man or lady, and I'm going to pop his head onto the car. Now you want to try and get it as far down, let's make sure, yeah, that's fine. I think we've done it there. Yeah, so I'm going to bring him down, and I want him to rest really on this line here. So that is the aim. And there he is, speeding in his car. For her. Okay, so the next thing to do now is just to add the sentiment, which I will do in the Pebble Path. I'm going to use the Happy Birthday that comes with the stamp set. Grab a block. Now that should just fit in this section between the wheels. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. Now, the reason I did this was because I'm going to cut it out and do what they call piercing. So I'm going to cut around the wheels because I'm not actually going to use the wheels. I'm just going to use the body of the actual car. I'm cutting on the line rather than giving it a white border, because you're not actually going to give it any dimension or sticking it flat down, and therefore I don't need to try and fussy cut round the steering wheel either. So cutting on the line all the way around. There we go, all the way up. And I'm sure I've said this before, but I'm told that the knack of fussy cutting is that you move the papers and hold the scissors still. I'm still not a lover of it. So let's go round the wheels. I'm going to do it this way. Just because it makes my life easier. I think it's my... Right, so move the paper around, hold the scissors still. There we go. So that's one wheel off. Cut that straight across. Oh! Flying across the table there. And then I'm going to cut this wheel out as well. So all the way around on the black line. And there we go. And then I'm just going to pop him onto my car like so. And it does give that little bit of tiny dimension, and it also makes him look like he is sitting in his car. So I'm going to attach that with my multi-purpose glue. Oh, I would do. Monday morning, and it's not coming out. Let's have a look. Here we go. Perfect. And then I'm just gently going to pop that over the actual car, wriggle it round so I'm happy with its positioning. and we can get rid of all this cutaway pieces, and now we can do our layering. So this, as I say, is going to layer onto our summer splash. Again, I'm going to use the multi-purpose. Bring it down. And then that will get layered onto our base card. So I'm liking those two colours together. Now I've got my inside layer, but before I do that, I'm just going to pop my car one more time onto the layer. I'm not going to put him all the way through, I'm just going to have him coming onto the page. There he is. And then I'm going to use my gorgeous grape again and put the flame colour onto my page. Okay. And we just want the green wheels. And we've only got one to line up this time. There they are. Perfect. So let's pop that inside. Okay. And that layers in there. So that is our card for today. So I suppose you could say we have our male and our female version. I hope you liked that card. I'm back again on Wednesday for our second in the set of Stamp Set of the Week. And then of course on Friday we're doing our new project, which is still Stamp Set of the Week, but we are using a sketch. So it'll be Sketch Friday from the annual catalogue on page 22. So whatever you do for the rest of the day, stay safe, take care and happy crafting. Bye.